welcome. Hi og velkommen. I am Malene. I am a Danish knitter coming to you from the northern part of Denmark in very sunny weather, as maybe you can see, but you know, it's just the way it is. We had snow last night, so there's snow on the ground and the sun is shining. It is very, very beautiful. But I am here probably for the last time this year in like a regular podcast episode, because it is Wednesday, November 29th. December 1st is right around the corner, and so is vlogmas time. I am so excited. So excited, but I'll talk more about that later. First, I just want to give you a warm, heartfelt welcome. If you're a new viewer, welcome. This is my podcast where I talk about knitting and play some music, and I'm crazy about colors and everything. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for keeping up with me, for spending some of your very precious time here with me. I know there's a lot of us out there, so I really do appreciate that you're sticking with me, still checking in, leaving me a comment, giving me a thumbs up, and subscribing. It means the world to me that you are here. Since the last time, I have actually done a podcast in Danish for the first time in maybe a year, not on this channel, but with my friend Dorthe on her channel, Lige en omgang mere. If you want to check that out, if you're a Danish speaker or if you understand Danish, I will link the episode in the description box below, along with everything else from pattern information about yarn, makers I talk about, podcasts I mention, anything like that. All the information will be in the description box right down here. Just hit the more or the little arrow or whatever is on your device, and you should be able to see. If by any chance I've forgotten something, just let me know. And yeah, leave me a comment. I'll answer as best as I can. But we're here to talk about the knitting, right? I do have a knitter of the day for you today as well, so music will also be played by me. But why don't we just jump right on in to the FOs, because I have a couple. If you've followed me for some time, you might know that I am first and foremost a sock knitter. Sock knitter for life. I can't stop myself. This is the bag from the surprise sock along that Stephen West did. Was it July? I think it was. My surprise sock along socks, they have been hibernating quite a bit, but things have been happening. Just so, yeah, hang on, I'll show you. Let's start with the socks for this month in Alonelysocklady's challenge of 2023. My November socks. Isn't this like an amazing color? I did a collaboration with Lone and Trine, who does like pearled stitch markers. And this time we also had Natasha along with us from Deadly Daisies. I talked about that in a previous episode, so I won't go too much into that. But this was the color from that collaboration, and it's called Spider's Venom. And I think it's just really, really cool. So Halloween. I love these. It does have a partner right here. But as I have more than one pair of socks to show you today, I am using the other blocker for another pair of socks. Okay, I want to talk about this heel for a moment. This heel is really, really cool. I tested it for my friend Karen. We have the Sock Knitters Club together. And she did a workshop on November 25th where they, how do you say that? It was about knitting different types of heels. So you can find the perfect heel for your foot. And this was one of them. And this is why I should not knit anything when I'm tired. Do you see this stockinette stitch right here? It should, of course, have been garter ridges, just like the rest of the heel. I did do that at first, and then I reread the pattern and I was like, no, that first part is not supposed to be garter stitch. And then I ripped out the entire heel, redid it the wrong way, and then I didn't want to redo it again because I was still able to give feedback for Karen. So, but just to let you know that if you ever knit this heel, I made a mistake, so don't make it like I did. It is, well, it's not a shadow wrap, but it is a short row heel. I won't say anything else than that because it's Karen's heel. She'll tell you more about that, or maybe I will be able to tell you more later. Cliffhanger. No. Okay, so that's the first pair of socks. I did not have the intention to finish all of my whips before Vlogmas and before Advent knitting, but it just kind of seems to have gone that way, and I'm so excited about it. So excited. So here's another pair of socks. The Donut Delight socks. These are by Dana Rae Makes. And in the original pattern, these donuts right here, these ones, there's more of them, both on the legs and on the top of the foot. But I've been experimenting on using my sock sets. You know, the ones with like 50 or 100 gram of main color and then 20 grams of contrast color. This set is from Ahomespunhouse, Pumpkin Spice. I think I probably mentioned it before, but this orange is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the little speckles on here, and and the contrast is just perfect for it. So I did just one donut and the cuff and the heel in the contrast, and I still have a little bit left of the 20 grams. I haven't weighed it. My guess would be like 3-4 grams, maybe only 2, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 grams I have left. So, but I didn't think that I have enough. I'm pretty sure I didn't have enough for both toes, so that's why they are in the main color. Look, when the sun, then it's this color, and then it comes closer, then it's this color. The lighting, it's crazy. Oh well. So, yes. Beautiful, beautiful colors, amazing pattern. I know I've talked about it before. I really love Dana Rae's patterns. I will again link her Ravelry page below because there's so many beautiful socks, so many. I have a couple in mind for maybe some of the sock sets I get during Vlogmas because right over there. Right over there are my Advent calendars. They're just sitting there staring at me. I have been recording little snippets along this week to put in for kind of a pre-Vlogmas. So you can see me preparing for December. So there will be an episode airing on December 1st here on this channel. The Playful Knitter, have you noticed? It doesn't say Strijk og Muziek anymore. Because apparently now you're able to change your channel name here on YouTube, so I did. I am now both here on YouTube, The Playful Knitter, and if you want to visit me on Instagram, I'm The Playful Knitter on there too. So you're most welcome to check that out if you'd like. I've been crazy busy these last couple of months. I thought that November was going to be way more calm and I'd have way more time. And then everything just exploded. So now I'm being optimistic and just saying, well, December will be nice and calm. I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so the surprise sock along by Stephen West. the contrast blast socks. Do you know what happened? Last night, ta-da! They're done. Can you believe it? I finished. I'm so excited. All right, let me show you. This up here, that's Steven's pattern, the contrast blast socks. And as you can probably tell, that's how far I got. There's nothing wrong with the pattern, nothing at all. I liked it. I liked the look. Everything is good. I just didn't have the brain space to knit them. And then I was like, I am just going to frog these, use the yarn for something else. And then, hurrah, Instagram happened again. And this time it didn't cost me any money because it was just inspiration. So I saw somebody who just finished the sock with a vanilla foot, and I thought that was really, really nice. So I did that. I borrowed the idea, and honestly, I just love the way that this yarn looks in a vanilla sock, so I'm so happy that I did it. Isn't that good? I knit these in Mominochi yarns, and this light color is Aqua Flash, and the darker color is Teal Blast. This was the surprise set that Steven did, and my friend Helen was so sweet, and she helped me buy it. She bought it for me, and then I reimbursed her, of course, because I was doing a concert at the time of the release, so she saved me. Thank you, Hannah. And now the yarn is finally a pair of socks. I cast on way more stitches than I usually do for the leg. I won't say how many because it is a paid for pattern. And so what I did is after this, when I picked it back up, I did some decreases. So I have my usual 64 stitches on my foot, and they fit me perfectly. They do go up a bit higher on the leg than I usually do. I like a shorter leg. So, but these are higher, and since they have more stitches, it is not a problem. So, and I finished them. Yay! I am ridiculously excited about that. So it's like, I don't know. It's the most amazing feeling to just finish things. I am a process knitter. I love the process, but that feeling of finishing things and not having like a stack of whips in your basket, that's just amazing, y'all. I love it so much. So, but yeah, 3 pairs of socks, which is good because I'm going to need socks because, of course, during Vlogmas, we will be doing socks of the day. And I have to hopefully find some that I haven't shown you before. And in case I show some again, hopefully you, like me, do not remember what I showed last year. I have something other than socks of my needles this month. I had the intention of wanting to knit my advents from last year. I had 3 advents last Christmas. I gave you my heart. Okay. It is early. It is around 9 o'clock in the morning, and the sun is shining, and there's snow, and there's light. I am crazy. I did the anthology throw with my Ahomespunhouse advent from last year. I've shown you that before. And then I have, that's not all done yet. I have my jelly roll blanket on the needle still with my Christina Björk advent from last year. And then I had the Ladybug yarns advent, the Outlander themed one. And I had started something and I wasn't happy about it. And it's just, I pulled out the needles and it was just sitting there and I was like, what am I going to knit with this? And then Helen Stewart released her knit vent for this year, and I think I talked about it last time. I can't remember if I cast it on. No, I didn't, because I cast it on November 1st, so I was going to do it like kind of advent knitting in November. I've done the trifle wrap. I didn't finish on the 24th, but I finished couple days ago. So like maybe on the 27th, I think. And I did do a small modification to it. I did make it smaller. It is a couple of panels wider in the original design, but it's not a problem because in the pattern, Helen tells you all about if you want to make it bigger or smaller. It's a great pattern. If you've knitted from Helen's patterns before, you know that she tells you what to do row by row, which is amazing because she really truly holds your hand and it's so nice. But with a pattern like this, you know, it's just, then you knit this and then you repeat it again and again and again. So all you kind of needed was like repeat these X amount of rows 24 times, kind of, you know. So I printed it, and that is a lot of paper, but you know, I could just have read it and then only printed the first page. So it's my own fault, but in this case, I kind of thought it could have been done simpler. But on the other hand, like Dorthe said when we podcasted together, it's really good. Like if you're a new knitter, you can check everything off and make sure you're on the right track and everything. So, you know, it's all good. That's just, it's a thought I have. This has not been washed yet because I've not had time to wash my woolies. Business as usual. So, day 1. All the way through. To day 24. I love this so much. It's heavy and it's garter, which I love. You know me, I love my knit stitches. I want to knit this again. I just want to cast another one on. I loved knitting this. One thing I will say though is, as easy as this is, I cannot believe how many mistakes I made. Like, come on. You have to do a purl stitch like every so often, but very, very few times. And still, I made mistakes. And apparently, when I fall asleep with my knitting, I keep on knitting, but in my sleep, I purl. So when I'm awake, I don't like purling that much. I'm getting better at it. I like the flow of my knit stitches. But apparently, when I sleep, I don't care. I purl. So, like, if I should be doing like stockinette, going back and forth, apparently I should just sleep on every other row. Does this happen to any of you? Thankfully, it happens to Dorthe as well. And a couple of other knitters have told me that they do also purl in their sleep. It's so weird, but I love it. And I'm really, really thankful that I'm not alone. But just to finish off my FOs, if you have an advent calendar this year and you want to knit something very nice and cozy, I can definitely recommend these two, either the anthology throw or the trifle wrap. I don't think I said that, did I? It's the trifle wrap pattern linked below. They're both by Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade. Yeah. They're amazing. I don't know if I might do them again with one of my advents from this year. It's not going to be it's not going to be the project that I knit on during Vlogmas. I'm pretty sure that is going to be my reading shawl by K.F. Jones from the Bakery Bears. But I'll talk more about that on Vlogmas. That's what I'm thinking so far. Yes. I am trying to keep it a bit short today, as I will talk to you again soon if you want to watch Vlogmas anyways. And I don't have a lot on my needles, so I will show you that. And after that, I'll tell you about the knitter of the day. Actually, well, I have my jelly roll on the jelly roll blanket, also by K.F. Jones, on the needles. I'm not working on that right now. I might, but December is right around the corner, and then I get to all sorts of things. But I, of course, have a sock on the needles. This is in Opal yarns. I've shown it before in their Van Gogh line. And this color is color number 5437. What is it called? I cannot remember. No, I can't find it right now. I will put it in the description. Oh, it's right here. Right in front of my face, of course. Das Restaurant de la Sirène in something I can't pronounce. But it starts with an A. I have one sock done. Well, almost done, because I finished it during a staff meeting. So, and I hadn't brought a needle. So I just put it on some, well, we call this a stitch wire, but I put my stitches on a barber cord, and then I started on the second sock. I really, really love this color. I think it's so pretty. It's kind of Christmassy, little wintry maybe. I don't know. They're going to be for Lars, so he can have warm feet during the cold season. He has already started wearing his socks. And this year, he did not start with a Christmas sock like he did last year. So I'm very proud of him. This is in my bag from Katrine Lund. It says Strik og Musik. But now that's not my channel name anymore. It feels kind of weird. It feels like I'm abandoning an old friend. But I don't know. I just thought maybe it was easier that way, that it's the same name everywhere. So, yeah. But it did feel a little weird. Little weird in my tummy. Yes. Okay. And then I have this, but it's a secret because it is a new design that I'm doing with Karen. Apparently we're crazy about the socks in the DK weight yarn, and I want to show you the yarn. This yarn was sponsored for designing by Lone from Alonelysocklady. I think these colors are so gorgeous. So yeah, I am just at the heel right now. I will show you more as soon as I can. But I wanted to share the yarn because I think these colors are just amazing. Speaking of designs, before I tell you about the knitter of the day, I have to give a big, warm, huge shout out and a big hug to my friends from the 3-Ply podcast. If you do not watch Angie, Joyce, and Irene, just turn this off and jump on over. There's the link in the description box below. I was watching their newest episode yesterday, and Irene, she is the sock knitter of the group. She says, she holds up a piece of paper, a pattern, and it's the Back to the 80s socks. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, ladies. It's so sweet of you, and I loved the reaction. I loved the... Angie does not knit socks, or you used to, right? Maybe we can make you do it again. Fingers crossed. I will put up a picture. The expressions on their faces was just priceless. Thank you, ladies. You made me laugh. You made my heart jump with joy. So thank you so much. Knitter of the day. I had assistance, as I so often do, from you all. I did see this picture on Instagram, and then one of you sent it to me. I will put it up right here. A picture of Ingrid Bergman knitting, and apparently she knitted a lot during breaks, filming, and yeah, she was a knitter. And she was in Casablanca. And you know what I'm gonna say? Play it again, Sam. So I invite you all to sit back, relax, and let your stitches flow. In the beginning of November, the Fiber Folk knitting event came to my town. It came to Aalborg, and I've been just waiting and waiting and waiting. I was so excited to go there, and it was the best day ever. You all know what I'm talking about. Getting together with knitting friends, yarny goodness, knitting gadgets, everything fiber related just surrounding you. What's that to like? It was an amazing day. Lots of people came. You were able to shop. You were able to have a little something to eat, a cup of coffee. There's somewhere to just sit and knit and hang out. And I was there all day. They opened at 10 and closed at 4 p.m. And that's when I went home. I had a blast. So thank you to all of you who came over and said hi. Thank you to all who sat down and knitted. It was just a pleasure. I loved it. And of course, I did shop a little bit. I picked up one of my advent calendars from Henriette by Kielrich. And when I went there, she had gotten in some new yarns. And I want to show you these. They are sponsored because I'm going to test them for her. This is Rosario's for Ol Hapim, maybe. It is 85% wool and 15% polyamide. But look at it. It's kind of like a chain. Can you tell? But since it does have polyamide, you should be able to knit socks with it. I don't know if it's like too loosely spun. I'm not sure. But we're going to test it. So I picked out these two colors. I don't know if I'm going to do back to the 80s socks with them or something else. We'll see. Maybe the new design. And then she also has this one. It's a Regia yarn, or Regia as we call it here in Denmark. It is a 150 gram ball. It runs about 375 meters or 410 yards. So it's a bit thicker than the normal fingering. Maybe it's like, what is it? Is it kind of like a sport? I'm not too good at that. Or she talked about it maybe be something like around a DK weight. I don't know. Probably is. I would knit a DK pair of socks on a 3.25 millimeter needle. But when I look at this, I kind of see it as a bit thinner, and it's like a one ply yarn. So I think either I would knit it on a 3 millimeter or maybe like a 2.75 millimeter. I don't know. I'm going to experiment with that, and I'm going to knit a pair of socks for the hubby with this, because this is just his colors. He will be excited about that. Yes. And then, oh, where am I going to start? I don't know. Okay, let me start here. Then I met this wonderful sweet lady. She had a booth there filled with wonderful project bags. They were just amazing. I couldn't choose, but I knew before I went there that I was going to look for a bag because I have lots of sock size bags and I make them myself, but I wanted a larger one for my projects for Christmas. And I wanted one in Christmas colors. So I picked this one. She is Jonsen kun for sjov. Oops. And I think this bag is just absolutely amazing. It has lots of pockets. You know, it's big. I could fit the Trifle wrap in here easily. So I am going to use this for my Advent project, and to make it even more Christmassy, I went to Natasha's booth, the Diddly Daisies, and I bought this one. Isn't that cute? And I'm going to sew it on there. So Christmas knitting. I love it. I also got this one, MCAL Survivor. We shall see if I survive this year. As of now, it is hibernating, at least until January. There's nothing wrong with it. I needed to knit socks. I did not want to knit the shawl right now. So it is sleeping in the closet. I also got some yarn. And, okay, this is really amazing. We went by a booth with plant dyed yarn. And I'm so amazed at the colors of this. It's called Hesselgarn. Look at that. Can you believe that this is plant dyed? The colorway is Water Lilies. And when I look at it, I immediately think of, do you know the Monet paintings? I think of that right away. Even before I saw the color name, I had no doubt what this was. I think this is so pretty. And even though it's hard, I'm not going to cast it on yet because I think it's going to be my birthday cast on. My birthday is January 2nd, and I want to treat myself to a birthday cast on. I might knit socks. It is a sock base, but it's dyed to be used with patterns for assigned pooling. I don't know, maybe. I'm still thinking about it. So maybe like a shawl with assigned pooling. If you know of a great pattern for one skein assigned pooling with lots of knit stitches, please leave me a comment. I would be so grateful. I've seen lots of patterns. They're really nice, but there's lots of stockinette stitch in there. I'm not sure I could keep myself at it. Maybe I should just get a grip. Yes, but this beautiful, beautiful color. And then I forgot to show you this that I bought at Henriette's by Kielrich. This is a DK weight as well. I have another DK weight in my stash. It's kind of blue with some speckles, and I wanted like an orange to go with it as a contrast. And now I have it because I found the perfect orange. It is her Celia DK base, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and the colorway is I'm on Fire. Very, very true. And then I went to Camilla's booth. It's not called a booth, is it? I don't know. Whatever. I went to visit Camilla from Camajo Knit. And I got this one. I've wanted to try her zebra yarn for a while. And I got a color that maybe some would say is not what they would have expected for me to choose. It is on her merino sock base. It's an 80-20 base. It's high twist, 365 meters per 100 grams, a 2-ply. And the colorway is the Tennessee Warbler. I think it's so beautiful. So this will be a pair of socks for me. Vanilla socks, yes. What I was originally intending to purchase from Camilla was these. It's little nuggets of boucle yarn. Because I saw Jules from So Sweet Violet, I saw her pattern, is it called the Saint Nick's socks or something like that? I'm not sure. I will put up a picture right here and I will link them for you. They have like really like a Santa Claus sock. So you know, like they have floof on top on the cuff, and then just a vanilla for the rest of the sock. I think hers are in DK weight, but I'm going to experiment with just knitting the cuff in this and just making myself a pair of vanilla socks. And I'm going to use this white one or cream colored one. And then I got myself an extra just in case I all of a sudden have all the time in the world and can knit 2 pairs. I know it's not going to happen, but you know, you have to be optimistic. Then the sweet Helena from Trifle. She is on an adventure at the moment. She's doing all kinds of new things. It's so exciting to follow her. I'm linking her, of course, but she's doing these little stitch markers with leftovers of Lotus yarn. So the stripes from Alonelysocklady, and then you cross stitch. So you like embroider on here. I think that's such a fun idea. So I got a couple just because they're so cute. And there's another bag maker, also Malene. She is, oh, why is that gone from my brain right now? Oh yeah, she's this time, but I snagged this one, a little gingerbread house, a progress keeper. I think that's so cute. Yes, that was what I purchased. But then the other day, I got together with my friend Annemette. She is a violinist in the symphony orchestra in the southern part of Denmark. And we're going to do, not workshops, what do you call that? It's like a talk where it's a concert, but it's also like where we talk about our knitting life. We're going to do that in January in Sønderborg here in Denmark. And we got together the other day to practice some of the music that we're going to play and, you know, talk about what we wanted to talk about. And she brought me a present. This is gonna crinkle, but I just want to show you because these colors are just so beautiful. Look at all that. All sorts of wonderful scraps and then like this beautiful skein of sock yarn. I love that. There were more things in here, but I opened it already because there is a progress keeper that I wanted to use, and it had a little thingy up here that could like a stitch marker holder or what you would call it. That's already in use too. And there's like little chocolate and stuff like that. That was so sweet. Thank you, Annemette, and thank you for a wonderful day. If you want to come hear us talk and play some music, I will leave a link for that also down below. It's January 14th at 2:00 p.m. in Sønderborg at their, is it at the music school? Right now, I can't remember. All information will be linked below. I think we talked about it all. And I said that I was going to keep it short. It's not that short. I just want to tell you one more thing before I let you go and jump right on into Vlogmas. I want to show you these little tiny socks. I have a whole bunch right here. They're just teeny tiny. It's a miniature sock. You can put it on your tree or decorate for Christmas, or if you don't put on the little hangy thingy, they fit like small dolls. So, but Karen and I are, this is not our invention or our design or anything at all. Okay, editing Malene jumping in here. It is, of course, our design, but it's not a design in the matter that we invented it. It is not our invention, is what I was supposed to say. Because, of course, we're not making anything public that we did not think up ourselves. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I just want to say that. Yeah, okay. Back to the show. We have written down the way that we knit these, both in Danish and in English. And on December 1st, we're going to release this in our Ravelry, on our Ravelry page. It will be a free pattern for this mini sock. It will be up for the duration of December. So if you want to knit a mini sock with us, it has a heel flap and gusset. It's just teeny tiny. If you want to knit a mini sock, mini Christmas ornament with us, by all means go on to Ravelry and download a free pattern. I know that there are some out there already, and they're probably free too. So if you have one, you can knit that. It doesn't matter, you don't have to use ours, but if you don't have one, we're putting one out there for free. Yes. That's it, you guys. Probably the last podcast of the year. I think after Vlogmas, I'm probably gonna take a couple of days off, and then, it's gonna be 2024 before we know it, before we can snap. 2023 was over. It's been a crazy year. It truly has. So many things have been happening for me, both in my knitting life and in my work life. Thankfully, my wonderful family is here with me as always. Yeah. All right, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for being here. I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope to see you for Vlogmas. There will be lots of Christmas music, lots of knitting, and lots of just everyday life. And probably me with tired, poofy eyes and crazy hair, but what else is new? But thank you so much for watching today. I wish you all the best and lots of hygge. See ya!